in that line, Paul, of early stages of establishing yourself as a professional coach,
Mm.
one of the issues that that I've certainly toiled with is the issue of finding your coaching niche and
Mm.
discovering kind of what is the best area that you want to focus in on in the early stages of being a coach. And so I'll just throw that question to you to
Mm.
start off with, Paul.
A-
What would you
Again,
say?
this is a common question that comes up a lot in my coaching.
Yeah.
When I'm working with other coaches, and again, it is something that I have thought long and hard about for such a long time. And partially my answer is I still haven't really defined a really super specific niche. There's various different reasons for that. Um, what I have got clarity on is who I am as a coach and how I show up, and the types of people that I want to work with, the types of challenges that I want to help people with. I'm super clear on the type of person that I want to work with, not
Mm-hmm.
necessarily the specifics of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where defining your niche can be so powerful is from a marketing point of view.
Mm.
If you're marketing yourself and you're just marketing yourself as a life coach, it's quite broad. It doesn't really resonate or hit home with anyone who might see that message. But the more specific you can get with your marketing message, if you're specifically talking to, men in their mid 40s with two kids who are going through a divorce, who are having conflicts around, how life is going to be afterwards. If you're super specific about a particular niche and your marketing message is talking specifically to that person, they're going to be much more likely to resonate with that. But here's the thing: you could have various different marketing messages going out to different groups of people potentially.
Mm-hmm.
As a new coach, we don't need to know. We don't need to know. In fact, we probably can't know. We need to go through a process of working with different types of people with different challenges and problems over a period of, well, in my case, most likely years. I'm starting to become really clear on who that is. As I said, I still probably haven't specifically got there myself. It's still all over the place a little bit, but I would just recommend, thinking about it from that perspective of a marketing message, just making a distinction there. That's really in my opinion anyway, that's the power of identifying your niche. But as a coach, even if I'm working with clients right now today that might be experiencing a challenge that I have not got much experience with, I still feel like I'm able to use the skills that I've developed to help them uncover the path forward for their circumstance.
Mm.
So as a coach, I think we can deal with a very wide range of different problems and challenges and different types of people and age groups. And, I would just challenge people, I guess, to think through what the question is, what the problem is they're asking. If it is a marketing problem, how can you get around that? If it's a coaching problem and who I want to work with, just let that evolve,
Mm.
is my advice, I think.
Mm-hmm.
How would
Yeah.
you, I'm curious, and this is just my opinion, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to throw that question back to you, Tyler. What would you suggest in relation to that question?
Yeah. So in the early stages, if you don't all have a client base, this is, prior to establishing a client base, really what you have to do is go into the market based on your previous experience in life, whatever. Maybe there's your previous career, for example. Like there's a lot of maybe lawyers that they don't necessarily want to be lawyers anymore, but they have a lot of experience. They see what the problems are that lawyers face because they've had direct experience doing that. And so they're able to pivot into becoming some type of a coach for lawyers. So from that standpoint, it's easy. So the assessment is, what is it that I'm already confident and experienced in? And what are the problems in that area that I know from direct experience that I've faced them myself, and I know I have colleagues and associates and people that I know they're dealing with the same problems. So it's really easy from that standpoint. That's kind of a very not everybody is in that situation. So I think the next way would be, what is it that you're interested in the most? Like what are you drawn? What issues? What area of life? Is it relationships? Is it business? Is it spirituality? There could be. Is it technical? Is it there's all kinds of areas that if you were just to do a bit of introspection and just ask yourself, what is it that I'm in alignment with most of us already could answer that quite easily. And so then it's just a matter of using that as your starting point. Just one more thing to add. So if you already are kind of in business as a coach, or you have a range of clients that are already established, one of the things that you can do is you can evaluate all of your clients that you've worked with, and you can categorize them and say, well, what are the issues that I was working with these clients with? Who are the clients that I enjoyed working with the most? Oh, there's a list of 10 that I enjoyed. Oh, well, what were the things that I worked on with those people? Oh, there's a commonality to, 8 of the 10 people wanted me to help them with this. So, and then you can also look at it and say, well, where was it that I earned the most revenue? Like what type of clients was it where I earned the most revenue? So that can also help shape your thinking in terms of focusing on finding your niche. Because I think the reason why we talk about finding your niche is because it really matters when you're proactively trying to market yourself. So you want to have a specific audience that you're trying to reach. And so that's the whole reason for having a coaching niche in the first place, is because you want your message, whatever your message is, to resonate with a particular audience. And those are the people that you're most in alignment with to serve and support and guide as a coach. So that's kind of my 2 cents worth for that question, Paul.